guys, Chef NeX here. Today we are making homemade pizzas. So we're gonna get a buffalo chicken pizza and a barbecue pizza. And we're gonna start out first making the yeast for our dough.
How much?
1.5 cups of warm water. And you want between 100 to 110 degrees. Really 105 to 110 for your yeast to activate. And the reason I get it so hot now is because once we put it into the mixing bowl, it's gonna drop significantly. So that's gonna get us to around the 110 that we want. So you wanna add about half of your 1.5 cups total. Yep, like I said, just about perfect, 111 degrees. And then you're gonna add in 2 teaspoons of sugar, white granulated sugar. This is a little brown because it's less processed. Yeast loves sugar.
Yeast loves sugar.
And this recipe calls for 2 packets of yeast, which is 1 packet equals 2¼ teaspoons. So we'll be putting
1, 2,
2, 3, 4, and then 2/4.
4 2/4.
And because this is active dry yeast, we're gonna let this sit for about 15 minutes.
In the bowl, just like that?
In the bowl, just like this.
So you don't add the other water that you
No,
have, Pat?
not yet.
Does that have to be 110 also when it goes in?
No.
Okay. So just the initial.
Just the initial to get your yeast activated. Sugar and warm water. We're back and it's been 15 minutes, and this is what you want your yeast to look like. It should be all foamy and puffed up.
Sure is. What
Now,
do we got here?
To this is a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna add the rest of our water in. We're gonna add the 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, 2 teaspoons of salt, half a teaspoon of onion powder. Yes, I'm kind of just gonna eyeball in there.
And what kind of stand mixer is this? KitchenAid.
KitchenAid 7.5 quart. We're gonna start off with the paddle attachment first, just to get all of the ingredients incorporated.
And how much was this thing?
I want to say $650, $700.
So this thing is very powerful then.
So we're gonna do a half and half mix today. We're gonna do 2 cups of Double Zero flour, and then we're going to do 2 cups of all-purpose flour. And that, to me, gives the best texture in a pizza dough. All right, so we're just gonna measure out 2 cups leveled of all-purpose. Everyone says you have to be perfect when baking, but I think there's a little play there, because you can always add in more water if you have too much dough.
I'm sure if you're missing a couple crumbs, it's not gonna affect it too much.
A lot of people will weigh their ingredients to make sure it's the same every time. But when you're cooking at home, it's okay.
I mean, a couple grams off isn't gonna really affect anything. Obviously you want to get it as close as possible, but
See, the bag is easier because I can shove it on the bag and level it. It's way better.
and how much was that again? For the flour, 2
cups of
Cups
double
of
zero,
and 2 cups of
2
the other.
cups of all-purpose. Alright, now pop this thing up. And we'll put it on 2. You never want to go higher than a 2 when you're making dough.
This thing is powerful because you had to get rid of your other stand mixer that you had, right? Because
Yeah, I had a generic Akuma. I think it was like 4.5 quart.
And you don't recommend that.
I don't recommend that if you're trying to make doughs.
Why? It wasn't powerful enough, or?
Yeah, it wasn't. It would rock back and forth. Alright, so. Now we have this incorporated. We're gonna pull it down. Alright, so we're switching from the paddle attachment to the dough hook. And then this you want to run for, I don't know, 7 to 8 minutes. All right, we're back. It's been about 8 minutes, and this is what you want your dough to look like. It's going to be peeling away from the sides, and it's sticky to the touch, but it doesn't stick to your finger. Is exactly how you want it.
It smells good. Smells like fresh bread already. This looks like ice cream.
So we'll just pull this off of here. And then we're gonna transfer to another bowl to proof. And we're just gonna spray avocado oil spray, or you can use any type of extra virgin olive oil, but you wanna make sure it's coated good. All right, and I just kind of scrape it. You don't wanna mess with it too much and break it apart though. Alright, just plop it in here. And we're also gonna coat the top just so it doesn't dry out. Alright, now we're gonna take some saran wrap. Alright, and then we're gonna put it in our oven that's been put on proof.
The proof is just warm, it's not hot, right?
Yep, it's just warm. All right, it's been an hour and now we're ready to get our dough out of the oven from proofing. As you can see, it has doubled, almost tripled in size from when we first put it in. Now from here, we're gonna use this pizza stone. Put it on the very last rack. And we'll put the oven as high as it can go, which is I think 500.
That is hot.
We're gonna put a couple of tablespoons of flour down just to roll out our dough and section it off. So this can make either 2 large size pizzas, or you can make 4 individual. I cleaned this counter beforehand, so. All right, just roll it out. And I'm just gonna use our pizza cutter to section this out into 4 sections. You can kind of shape it into a circle. We're gonna flip it over into the flour and then start rolling it out. And then this is up to you how thin you want it, or if you want it thicker. I'm actually gonna make this one a little thin because I'm gonna make it stuffed crust.
That's looking pretty good, Chef.
Thanks. And I'm gonna get the mozzarella. We have all kinds of mozzarella in here. So we're using SpongeBob cheese sticks. to make our stuffed crust. Kind of just mash it down. And one thing I learned from working at Pizza Hut is if you don't want bubbles in your dough, you need to perforate it.
Basically, stab holes in it.
Yep.
So it.
Let's get some air seep through. Use a little bit of the buffalo ranch as our base for our buffalo chicken pizza. This is mozzarella.
Okay, so I made this chicken. Used Frank's Red Hot and let it marinate for 14 hours, and then I baked it.
Butter spray to spray the edges so they're nice and
Does that stop it from getting dried out?
Yeah, and it also gives it the golden brown crust.
Okay.
Slide it on in there. Make sure it's all on the stone.
Alrighty. On the stone, 500 degrees for 8 minutes.
I cut the cheese. So I cut the cheese into 2 pieces instead of just using the one I did on the first one.
Yeah, see that come out way better. How's that looking?
It still needs more time.
How much more time?
Let's do 5 more minutes.
5.
That's good. It's ready. Nice
Oh,
and bubbly.
yeah. Look at that. Yes, sir.
Crust.
Next up,
Slide
barbecue chicken pizza, stuffed crust. Oh yeah. Look at that.
Alright, I added a little bit of chopped radish and some more of the buffalo ranch to the top. It's still a little hot, but I want to taste it.
Good?
Good. Yeah. The crust is so light and fluffy. That's a good buffalo ranch chicken, huh?
That is really good. Really good. Not too spicy either. Perfect. So the barbecue chicken pizza just came out. It's looking delicious.
Alright guys, we're done for the day. Please remember to like and subscribe for more cooking content. And also, if there's anything you want me to make, let me know in the comments below. Peace.